And now it's time for our weekly Dottle News Update with James DeRuvo. Hello, James.
Big doings today, Larry.
I've heard nothing but exciting stuff is going on. What's the news?
First off, Nikon announced their new Z-Series full-frame mirrorless camera. We've been hearing a lot about it. There's two different models. There's the Z7, which is the professional grade, comes with a 45.6 megapixel full-frame image sensor. The Z6 consumer model, 24.5 megapixel Z6. But the big feature is this massive 56 millimeter Z mount, which has a 16 millimeter flange distance, which translates to over 90% of the available light coming onto the image sensor, twice as much as in the Nikon D850. It can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second, 10-bit color with N-Log gamma, and 8K time-lapse, and it is beautiful.
45 megapixels. Wow.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion of the camera?
Well, the steady streams of breadcrumbs that Nikon laid out to today's announcement kept us all on our edge of our seats, but the announcement of the new cameras didn't disappoint at all, in my opinion. They're rugged like the D850, but they're light, and with that new lens mount, the Z-Series gets 100% more light than the previous model. This is going to be a great low-light mirrorless camera, and with 10-bit their own version of Nikon log, and with dynamic range, I'm betting is going to be around 16 stops. It's going to be a great video camera for runners and gunners. I'm really excited about it.
All right, that's Nikon. What's your second story?
Almost as soon as that was done, DJI had their live announcement to announce their two new Mavic 2 drones. And again, the rumor mill on this one was pretty spot on. The first one is the Mavic 2 Pro with a 1-inch image sensor, Hasselblad color science, and then there's the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom with a zoomable 24 to 70 optical zoom lens, the first of its kind in a drone. New features include professional grade hyperlapse and dolly zoom, you know, that old Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg move where you zoom in with the lens as you're dollying out. You can actually do that on a drone now, which is really cool. There's incredibly improved obstacle avoidance features. It will automatically recalculate your route. You can lock in your course route so you can actually do several passes of the camera shot using the course lock feature, and a 31-minute flight time with ultra-quiet rotors. The word that came to my mind when I was watching the announcement was culmination. This is like the culmination of 5 years of steady drone development into what I now see as almost the perfect aerial cinematic platform.
So that's Nikon and DJI. What's your third story?
We got a little bad news. Is IMAX is pulling back from their virtual reality initiatives. Their partnership with Google to create a virtual reality cinema camera came to a sudden end this week as both companies suspended development, and it's because Google is shifting focus to augmented reality, and without a partner, IMAX has to figure out what they're going to do next. And on top of that, they closed 2 of their 7 virtual reality centers that were located in New York and in Shanghai, and the fate of the other 5 remains unclear. There's one here in Los Angeles, too. And IMAX said that while there was high customer interest in a virtual reality center that's kind of like a movie theater meets an escape room type of experience, it just hasn't translated into box office performance, and it's yet another blow to the emerging field, which in my opinion is better served with training and computer gaming. For narrative storytelling, I just continue to be convinced that it's largely a non-starter in virtual reality.
Okay, so those are our 3 lead stories. What are the stories you're following this week?
There's a new CFast adapter that will allow shooters to connect their eSATA SSD drives to their Canon C200 or Blackmagic Ursa Mini cameras. We review Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve 15 and its new visual effects features. Lexa officially restarts media card production across all their lines, and it looks like Canon is going to wait until next year to launch their full-frame mirrorless camera.